Hi, everybody. This is Coach Panagiota. It's been a while, and all this time I was working on some new ideas, some new projects I have and I prepare. I will let you know very, very soon about those. But while I was working with those new ideas, I came across a subject that is so hot for women. It's talking about boundaries. So let's talk about boundaries and professional women. Boundaries are all those rules that we set about what is acceptable and what is not acceptable in order to feel okay with ourselves. We feel that we are independent and we feel that our freedom of will is respected. And boundaries are actually they are the framework, the frame within we can live freely and feel comfortable and feel that we are not threatened while we work, we act, we live, we interact with other people, we think, we express ourselves intellectually, but also in the real world. You see, boundaries are very, very important for everything. A lot of historical facts showing how much people have thought about boundaries while we see the human history in different certain amounts of time. Even right now, there are a lot of questions about human boundaries, human freedom, and people always fight for protecting their own boundaries. A common fear I've sensed that a lot of women, professional women have, is that if they set their strong boundaries and they start saying their no's and I don't accept that attitude, or this is the way I want to work, or this is what I accept in my free of expression, feeling free to express myself and what is about me that I understand and I accept as something that it protects my boundaries and it does not cross them, is that women believe and they're afraid that by saying their no and by saying their yes, people will stop accepting them, and probably they are going to discard them. They're not going to work with them. They're not going to acknowledge their value. Well, this is unorthodox because actually, most of the times, actually all of the times I've seen, when women set their boundaries, healthy, within reason and within the mutual respect of other people's freedom and boundaries, that's how our boundaries are set, by respecting the community and other people's boundaries as well. When women do that, and when human beings in general do that, when they set their boundaries clear and out loud, at first, okay, maybe some people they're going to feel that I knew you differently and I could cross your boundaries and you wouldn't say anything. So you were okay, you were easy, you were convenient for me. But once you step up and you show your boundaries, chances are, all of the chances are actually, that people little by little will start respecting you and will start seeing you as the person you are, full of value, full of self-respect, full of skills, and they will start acknowledging your values and your skills and who you are. You see, when you set boundaries, you are visible. Your boundaries show you. You are not invisible and you are not thin air. You have dimensions that other people can see. You have those properties that they help your entity be visible to others, and they make you be that person that demands and desires and actually acquires the respect of others. And this comes naturally, this comes automatically once you set your boundaries. Once you say, this is who I am, these are what my boundaries are. These are what I want to do, how I want to create, and how I want to live my life. And these are the interactions I accept or not, and I'm ready to fight for it. These are the boundaries, the human boundaries. So when you set your boundaries, you become more attractive. And by that, I don't mean sexually attractive. That too, sometimes, if that's what interests you, but you become more attractive. That means people, you're more appealing to people that they want to work with you. You start to be the professional that people want to have by their side. Why? Because they know that you know how to respect yourself and you know how to show your value, because you know how to set your boundaries and how to put into light your skills, your capabilities, your visions, your goals. And that happens when you set your boundaries. Many times, a lot of professionals I've discussed with say that they don't set their boundaries up in a very explicit way because they're afraid of losing their job. Yes, sometimes that can happen. People are afraid because they're in a very bad financial position at a specific moment of their life. But little by little, when you start stepping up and you become stronger, it is the moment that you set your boundaries. And you understand that by being afraid, by letting your boundaries being crossed, you do not achieve a lot of things. And you do not achieve a lot of things in the long run for your well-being, your career, and your quality of life. So think about your boundaries and start thinking where you can already today start saying your no. Maybe it's a smaller no than the one that you wish to say. Set your boundaries and say what you can do and what you cannot do, because you respect yourself, you respect your health, you respect your mind, you respect your family time, your personal time, you respect your goals, your professional interests, you respect whatever you feel it worth being respectful of. So think about your boundaries. They are a superpower as well, not only your other skills, but saying your no's, say what you want, say what you desire. You will be ready, of course, to understand if other people respond negatively as well, or they say yes, they say they are affirmative to your desires and wishes. This is an interaction between human beings, but you need to start saying which are your boundaries. And as long as you start expanding them, you're going to see that sometimes you're going to feel that you need to expand them even more and more and more. How that comes as an outcome? Well, the stronger you feel, the more self-esteemed you feel, self-confident, you start demanding more creative space for yourself to breathe in. And of course, the people that actually have a true, sincere self-respect, they don't cross the other people's boundaries because they are aware of the importance of boundaries. So the myth that comes with when you set your boundaries, actually you cross other people's boundaries, is not true. And if by accident you cross other people's boundaries, is because they were not very visible, their own boundaries, they were not very visible. And the moment they tell you that my boundaries were here, not there, well, if you're aware, if you know the importance of boundaries, most of the times you're going to say, oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me know. And forget about the urban legend saying that once you have your boundaries, that you're going to step on other people's lives and boundaries. This is not true. No, you just become more aware of your boundaries, but of other people's boundaries. And you actually want to be a person that creates and co-creates with other people, that they are free and independent and healthy and happy with their own healthy boundaries. So that's what I wanted to tell you today, because it was something like a subject that came a lot the last week with a lot of my clients, and we had a lot of discussions. If you like those videos and those discussions, share them with your friends. They are helpful. I know they are to a lot of people, especially women professionals. And like this video, and please subscribe so you can have new videos the moment they are out there for you. See you very soon. Bye-bye.